Alright, episode 15. Uh, this one's gonna be somewhat interesting. We do have another wandering merchant here.
I don't suppose. Sorry. Even if the.
Um, hmm, we can get some of this stuff, which honestly, I didn't bother buying. It does kind of bug me that there is a bunch of useless stuff that you pick up throughout the game, but you can't sell off. And I will have to go through at some point to figure all that stuff out. But we are going to pick this up so that we can get the final upgrade into our current Legion arm. Oh, and I suppose we can go craft the final one. Didn't even think about doing that at the end of the last episode. And then we will start putting Legion calibers into a second Legion arm after finishing with this one. Specifically into this one that has the shield. Because I learned against the final boss of the game, it's surprisingly effective. Oh, come on. And if you haven't done this before, a trophy will pop at that point. For, buying all of them. And a trophy would have popped for having upgraded one of them all the way. I haven't tried to go for the platinum yet on this game, but I might because I enjoy it that much. The only game I've ever platinumed in my entire 20 years of video gaming. Well, I suppose that's a bit of an overestimation when you think about it, because trophies didn't start becoming a thing until the PS3 and Xbox 360. But the only game I've ever platinumed and got all the achievements for on Xbox as well is Elden Ring. So this, in my first playthrough, I thought was really cool, and actually got a screenshot of this. Going forward, this will probably be, or that will probably be the thumbnail for the episodes, instead of just doing the basic Lies of P thumbnail that I have been doing. So these things, you get close to them, they'll start building up your disruption meter. And they're treated kind of like enemies, hitting them will, charge your Fable, give you some Ergo for destroying them. There will be a few new enemy types this episode. That's a trap to go after that one right away. These guys, they hit like a ton of bricks, but they're very glass cannon-y. I mean, as you see, their health pool is ridiculously low. But don't underestimate them. If you get hit, it hurts. Go this way. This area is just kind of a mess. I mean, obviously you got the after effects of earthquakes and all that fun stuff. We can open this later on, but for now, progress is just continually this way. You don't get a lot of ergo for breaking those, but you do get some. As I said previous. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean by they hit like a truck, or a ton of bricks, I think was the actual term we used. 2 hits. Took out 2/3 of our HP. This guy is just a fun variant of our regular big guy enemies. Oh. What? There will come a point, and I think that point is right after the next boss, where we cannot fast travel back to the hotel. Ooh, dangerous. So we won't be able to do any shopping or anything like that after that point until we beat the next boss after that. So that part of the game really caught me off guard in my personal run. I was rather displeased because it forces you into a situation where you gotta, for lack of a better word or term, get good. And I mean, you know how annoying certain enemy types are already. Oh! Yeah. Thought we'd get that off faster, but we didn't. Oh well. Oh yeah, there's another one of those guys. I always forget the third one here. Let our disruption meter go down a bit before we decide to approach that pillar there and go up and get those items. That's good enough. That's how we get that item there. Oh, forgot about the guy that sneak attacked. As you can see, so terrifying. And I forgot about grabbing this item earlier. not anything we desperately need. Pretty sure the next enemy we encounter is going to be a pain. It's a very small space that we fight it in, and it surprises you by jumping through a wall at you. And it annoyed me to the point that it actually killed me a couple of times. There's nothing here. You can interact with the wall if you want and get, some text, but... I would love another weapon upgrade at this point, just so we could get those out with one heavy charged attack. But yeah, okay, yep, this is exactly what I thought it would be. You can actually see him moving slightly behind you there, or behind that wall there. So we're gonna do that. Unfortunately, I don't think he really status affects us. So, oh, yes he does. Never mind. He hits with the decay. That's lovely. And as you see, he is fast and not backstabbable. Come on, let me heal. Okay, let me heal again. Let's do this. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. He's just... Yeah. It's the small area, I swear that's what it is. I don't know if it's some claustrophobia or whatever that sets in with fighting enemies in such a small zone, but... things like that are a real pain. Fortunately, we've done pretty much everything out here we can. Only be like two enemies between us and that fight again, because it's that guy. And oh no, we don't even have to fight any of the others, so it's one enemy between us and that fight. This up real fast. Break him out of that heavy hit. Get the fire to help. Yeah. It's all about our approach with him. We did pick up a new defense part. Pick that up. And our next Stargazer. So... now we're gonna meet an enemy type that I find super annoying, just because they're kind of deceptive. And this specifically is the enemy type, and there will be more of them. So, if you were hoping to see, you know, me fight it, you will get your wish. He's accompanied by a gunner. Wonder if he's close enough to... Yeah. And there's this one. And for the most part, these things are hyper observant. I think there's only a couple of these guys in the entire game that you are able to get that backstab off on. Yeah, because he's already clocked us. And as you can see, if your positioning is right, you can avoid the secondary swing when he does that charge at you. We just got lucky. To be charging our our swing at that point in time. We will work our way around there here in just a little bit. So this guy may look kind of imposing. He's not, but he does explode. There's another one right around the corner, or should be. Oh, I thought there were two of them. Okay. That's cool. That's fine. And we've got a shortcut back to the Stargazer so we don't have to re-go through the building. But after the next boss, we cannot go back. Oh, you know what? What am I thinking? We cannot go back. Oh, there's the second one. Okay. To the hotel to purchase items or anything like that. We are stuck until we get done with working our way back to the hotel. Supply box. And this next boss took me a lot of attempts. Like, way more than I would care to admit, honestly. So even though we're doing okay for right now, we are going to go back to the hotel. Spend our ergo before we even bother trying to fight, because the last thing you want is This next boss does not actually have a boss door either, really.
No matter serving welcome. This I shall open. No matter what serving welcome.
What can we purchase now? Cool. I think this would be enough to finalize upgrading our weapon. And you know what? Instead of a level, we are going to upgrade our weapon one time and put in another quartz so that we can have that 5th Fable slot unlocked. Yep. Okay, so we just need 2 of the full moonstones, and then that will be upgraded to level 5, and that will be done for the upgrades. What are we carrying for ergo chunks anyway? Let's find out, because if we have enough to do it, I mean, why not? We don't. I don't think. Nope. I mean, I can find a couple thousand more ergo. That's not going to be a problem. Because we can start off by doing this. And that's 800 of it right there. But while we're up here... Okay, we're at about 22 minutes so far. So we're not doing too bad. This. So now when we use our special grindstone, which is the one that adds the elemental damage or whatever you want to it, we can... or it'll regain some weapon durability. There's nothing really in Phase 5 that I really found all that useful. Because why not? Give ourselves a little bit of an advantage. Sell. Not quite enough. May as well. Oh, forgot what we were doing. Hang on. Been a long day. Both of those. And have a fully upgraded boss weapon. So it does 289 base damage, and with our stats, it's pushing just over 400. Like 413. But every little bit helps. Now we'll go back here. And take on the next boss. The next boss is just kind of weirdly... I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it. It's just kind of bizarre. And it's... You definitely gotta learn to read the attacks, kind of even more so than a lot of the others. But we're gonna give her a shot. And yeah, that is the boss. Okay, you're not doing too bad. You're not doing too bad at all. And, wow. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, actually, I do know why it took me so many tries before. Because I hadn't, in my personal playthrough, I still hadn't discovered how good that Fable art really is. Or that Fable skill, all that. Like, I was still just like, you know, whatever about Fable. And now, basically, from this point on, yeah, the hotel is under attack. We cannot go back to the hotel until we walk our happy little selves over there.
Communication through ergo. An interesting parlor trick.
And the next boss is actually going to be a reskin of a previous one. For some reason, I thought there was going to be something dropping on us there.
World of truth. But you are worth studying in the meantime.
What could it be?
Fortunately, the next boss is immediate, and you should... Yeah, we can't teleport at all. You should recognize the area. Oh, heh. You're quick, but not quite quick enough, my guy.
Oh no. Hey, so there's something horrible in front of the hotel. It might be worse than what we saw at the cathedral. Alright, tighten up your springs and let's go.
And yeah, basically that's all the enemies between there and here. So if you were to want to do any grinding, it's basically not worth it. You'd just be sitting in this area, going back and forth, unless you really want to go through and retread some of the previous areas we've been in. But I'm guessing you don't really feel like doing that. We are going to do this, though, just to give ourselves an advantage of sorts. Because this boss more or less has the same attack pattern as before, but he does decay to us now because he's corrupted. And he has a couple new ones, but like I said, it is more or less basically the same fight with decay and tentacles, and occasionally he can spawn other enemies out of his head hole. Neck hole, I guess, is more or less what it is. He's gonna come at us for a charge, which is fine. So this is one of those variant attacks where, yeah. This is him spawning another enemy. Fortunately, the other enemy isn't anything massive to deal with. Oh, hey, while we stagger him. Okay. Cool. cool, cool. Oh, he got us in a grab. Yep. That's fun. We're gonna do this to get rid of the decay, and we get slammed. I mean, as you see, it is not a hard fight. It's just a matter of readability. And if I had just run away instead of trying to remove the decay, we would have had that one. I mean, it... Ooh. Ooh, low on Fable Catalyst. That's not gonna be fun. Because as you saw, that Fable put in some work. 2 hits from the Fable was almost half his health bar. Oh, and he knocked us out of that Fable hit. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Get away from him when he does that annoying stuff. Ouch. That. Oh. Yeah, that grab is not a lot of fun. Broke our stamina bar. Fortunately, that attack has quite a big visibility window. And down in 2. He took me significantly more than 2 my first time through here. I got no shame in admitting that.
So what's happening now? Let's get back to the hotel and our friends.
And then from this point on in the game, we no longer have to go back to the hotel to level up, which is nice. But we do find that the hotel has been attacked. We'll repair that.
You're alive. It was the first. Antonium. First.
It was the Black
Antonia
Rabbit
might know.
Brotherhood. We can't level up until we go and release everybody from where they decided to go hide, which is up here.
Give me a sec.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped.
You're here. It's good to when you came.
So, if we don't talk to
He'll look after.
basically everyone, it's going to say there's unfinished business and whatnot
sorry,
here.
child. Geppetto, the alchemists planned the whole thing. I certainly didn't expect an attack on the hotel. The possibility never my portrait. Behind it lies a passageway to their base. Play this chord on the piano.
So basically, she tells you that
Apparently, I must be careful out there.
the final zone, well, when I say final zone, like the Isle of Alchemists, it's a big area, but like the final big zone is something that had she told us about, like as soon as we knew about, you know, the alchemist involvement and all that, we could have gone there. That is really, in terms of story, the only thing that frustrated me.
But be warned. The truth is, like you, clever one, show me that you. I knew it. It might be the.
Throw 1 point there. Oh, maybe it is only going up by 1 now.
It was a plan more than anything. No matter what, serving welcome.
That's what I was looking for. I'm used to it having a lot more on us. Oh, we do have another quartz, so that's nice. Start throwing more into our physical damage at this point. Then start upgrading this.
Thank you for another time. I talk a big. Surely there must be some.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing super useful that he has to say to us. And we'll come over to the piano. And anyone that has actually played this game, at least on PS5, you know, when the music plays when you're hovering over, you know, a game or whatever, those 2 notes that we just hit are the opening for, like, the idle music and the main, you know, opening menu music. I guess technically there are 2 zones between us and, well, not between, but there's this zone beneath the hotel, and then after this there's the Isle of Alchemists, which it's a long area, like a very long one. Looking at the time, we are at about the 40-minute mark, so I think we are going to call this episode here, and it'll probably take, if I had to guess, 3 more to finish the game. I guess depends on how much the next few bosses really do to us. But yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say probably 3, maybe 4 more episodes. But we'll call this here, pick up from here on Monday. Thanks for watching.